Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 13th of July 2023. Essence. Sweet children, forget everything including your bodies and become complete beggars. Connect your intellects in yoga to the land of Shiva and the land of Vishnu. Question. In which aspect do you children have to become generous-hearted like the Father? Answer. Just as Baba becomes generous-hearted and takes everything worth straws from you and gives you the sovereignty of the world, in the same way, you too have to become generous-hearted. Open this godly university everywhere. If even 3 or 4 people claim a good status, that is great fortune. Become worthy and reveal the Sat Guru. Never ask anyone for money. Song. Do not forget the days of your childhood. Om Shanti. All of these songs are to entertain the children. Bap Dada and Mama. There are 2 Mamas. The Daddy, grandmother, and the mother. That one is your grandmother as well. You are the daughters of Brahma and the granddaughters of Shiva. Mama is Saraswati, a daughter of Brahma and a granddaughter of Shiv Baba. Jagadamba has become the instrument to look after you children. Shiv Baba has many forms. He plays with you and entertains you a great deal. Festivities are for entertainment. When an engagement takes place, they celebrate with a lot of festivity. Then, before they get married, they both wear torn clothes. Oil is also applied on them. That custom is of this time. Baba explains to you children. You have to become complete beggars. If you don't have anything, you will receive everything. Nothing should remain, not even your body should remain. Connect your intellects in yoga to the land of Shiva and the land of Vishnu. You should not be attracted to anything else. Look how Baba entertains you. These are the many secrets of Baba. Look how much Meera too is praised. She threw away concern for society just for purity. She became so glorified, but she didn't even receive nectar. She just had love for Sri Krishna. She thought she would go to the land of Sri Krishna, just as a wife sacrifices herself when her husband dies. That is why she renounced poison. It wasn't that Meera went to the land of Krishna by remembering him. It must be about 500 to 700 years since Meera existed. She was a very good devotee, and so she must have taken birth to a very good devotee. She has become so famous. She was Meera, a devotee. You become the true Meeras of knowledge. You have come here to become the Sun and Moon dynasty empresses. Although the uneducated first bow down to the educated, they will still become empresses. If you forget your childhood and let go of Baba's hand, you will never become an empress. You will receive an even lower status among the subjects. You will go to paradise, but you will receive a low status. Baba has explained that you should ask those who perform devotion, "What do you want? Why do you worship Sri Krishna?" You must surely desire to go to his kingdom, but how can you go there? Many people say that they want peace. However, there is peacelessness throughout the whole world. What would happen by just you yourself receiving peace? I can make you constantly happy for 21 births. Deities were constantly happy in Bharat alone. That kingdom is now being established. Here it is the kingdom of Maya, and so you cannot receive peace. There is a separate place for peace and a separate place for happiness. The land of happiness means everyone is happy. Not a single person remains unhappy there, whereas not a single person in the land of sorrow remains happy. As are the kings and queens, so the subjects. Here all are unhappy. In that land of happiness, even the animals are never unhappy. The land of peace, which is also called the land of nirvana, is separate. They say Buddha went beyond to the land of nirvana, but no one has gone there. If he did go there, what did he achieve before he went? All are unhappy here. They are all fighting. Burma and Ceylon belong to the Buddhists. They say that the Hindus should leave their land. They are unable to tolerate them. Baba also sees that there are now many religions, and that this is why they are unable to tolerate anything. Therefore, they immediately get rid of everyone. In the Golden Age, there is just the one religion. You children have all this knowledge in your intellects. You should take the pictures with you and go and do service for those in the stage of retirement. You should push your way into the temples and have a chit-chat with them. A Shiva Lingam is shown in front of Shankar. Therefore, he must definitely be greater than Shankar. If Shankar is a form of God, what need is there to place a Shiva Lingam in front of him? All of that has been spread by the sannyasis. They call themselves those who have knowledge of the Brahma element and the 5 elements. They don't even know about Shiva. The Brahma element is the place of residence. Those people don't even consider the Brahma and the element to be one and the same. Acha, if they are those who have knowledge of the Brahma element and knowledge of the elements, why do they call themselves Shiva? They believe Shiva and the Brahma element to be one. If there is just the one, why are 3 separate names given? Shiva is worshipped in the form of a lingam, oval shape. In what form have they shown the worship of the Brahma element, that is, the element of light? That is the place of residence. People are very confused. You children now have to become clever. Among the sannyasis, those who originally belonged to the deity religion would emerge and quickly take this knowledge. Those who have been converted to other religions 3 or 4 births earlier will not emerge as quickly. Those who have recently been converted will emerge quickly. Baba has that attraction, pull. Souls are needles and Baba is the magnet. Needles have now become rusty. How can a rusty needle go up above? Rusty objects are dipped in kerosene. Baba removes everyone's rust with the nectar of knowledge. Then we will become real gold. You are now changing from lords of stone to lords of divinity. Bharat was the land of divinity. Look how expensive gold has now become. It will then become very cheap there. This Bharat has now become the land of stone, and it will then become the land of divinity. This cycle continues to turn in our intellects. Only when the cycle turns in your intellects throughout the day will you become kings and queens who are rulers of the globe. No one in the world knows these things. You know that those who rule in the Golden Age take 84 births, and that those who come in the Silver Age surely take fewer births. There is such a vast difference between 84 births and the 8.4 million births that people have portrayed. In that case, for you to take that many births, the cycle would also have to be just as long. All of those things are lies. You should always first of all place the picture in front of them. You must never ask for money. Your duty is to give it to them. Whatever they want to give, they will give that by themselves. If anyone asks you the cost of it, tell them that Baba is the Lord of the poor, and that it is free for the poor. But however much money a wealthy person gives, we can then print many more pictures with that money. We don't use the money given to us for ourselves. Whatever we receive, it is used to serve others. It is the wealthy people who will build dharamshalas, etc. Yes, the poor can also build them. There is no expense in that. Similarly, the mothers of the village of Kakod say that they want to open a centre. If even 3 or 4 people claim a good status from such a godly university, it is their great fortune. You have to be generous-hearted in this. Look how generous-hearted Baba is. He takes everything worth straws from you and gives you the sovereignty. Only worthy children can do Baba's service. What would unworthy ones do? The Father does not give the inheritance to unworthy ones. You have to reveal the Sat Guru. If you become lustful or angry, it means that you have defamed the Sat Guru, and that you won't be able to receive a status. A lot of care has to be taken. You have to explain to people of all religions. Also explain to the Muslims. You pray to Khuda, God, and so you are definitely his devotees. So where is Khuda? Khuda alone can give you the knowledge of the Creator and creation. He resides in the land of peace. By remembering him, you can claim the inheritance of peace. By claiming your inheritance, your sins will be absolved, and you will then go to Kuda. This knowledge is for those of all religions. This is something completely new. Your boat goes across with knowledge, and you don't need to go anywhere else. Therefore, sweet children, you are now going to heaven, and so you definitely need to become pure. Look, there isn't purity in Bharat, and so they continue to stumble around. There is so much chaos. Whatever Gandhiji taught before he departed, people still follow him in that. When the road sweepers, labourers and drivers etc. go on strike, they cause so many problems for the government. The government asks them very clearly, how can we cover the expenses for so many? People then reply, you enjoy yourselves very much and just continue to accumulate wealth. What crime have we committed? We need wages. When they go on strike, their work comes to a halt. All of this has to happen. Sometimes you won't be able to get vegetables, grain, or even milk. There will be conflict everywhere. After all of that chaos, there will be peace. Arjuna was granted a vision of destruction and of the land of Vishnu. You too are now having those visions. Look, you are such beloved children. You have come and met Baba at the end of your many births, and so claim your full fortune. There was a lot of heavy rainfall. Look, there has been a lot of rain of Baba's knowledge, and there has also been a lot of physical rain. People create sacrificial fires for rain and also for peace, but only the one God is peaceful. Only when He comes can He give this knowledge for peace. He is the one who gives this knowledge. Good children are called Tolput, sweet children. Sweet Toli is given. That is a physical sweet, whereas this is the spiritual sweet that the spiritual Father gives you. It is a high destination to remain soul conscious. Effort is required for that. Baba says, be soul conscious for 8 hours. Then you can also do your work for your own livelihood. If you stay awake at night, you will be able to have very good yoga. This is an income. O children who are conquerors of sleep, remember me with every breath. Churn the ocean of knowledge. The more you stay in yoga day and night, the more your sins will be absolved. The more you churn this knowledge, the more income you will earn. However, there is also a lot of service to be done. If you ask Baba, Baba would say, you may just sit here, have a rest. There is no need to ask about this. Was Baba concerned about what people or society would say? Oh, but you are receiving the sovereignty. However, each one does have his own part to play. Then you can ask Baba. Each one has to ask for advice because each one's karmic bondages are different. If you have money, use it in a worthwhile way for spiritual service. You children have to become Mahavirs. It is remembered, mine is one Shiv Baba and none other. He is the father of everyone. Shiv Baba says, I have come to take everyone back. The father says, not a single human being in this world is Trikaldashi or a theist. All are atheists. They don't know the Father. However, there are many with occult powers. Maya too is no less. You have to conquer this Maya. This is why you should always wear armour. Armour means man above. Remember Shiv Baba and become soul conscious. Only once in this final birth do you become soul conscious. Then, from the Golden Age to the Iron Age, no one will give you teachings to become soul conscious. It is only at this time that you have to become soul conscious, because you now have to shed your bodies and come to me. Why should deities become soul conscious? They don't have to return home. You receive this knowledge at this time. You came bodiless, and you then adopted bodies and played your parts, and you now have to shed your bodies and return home. You have to make your stage firm and conquer Maya. You have to live at home with your families. When swans and storks live together, there are obstacles. A great many assaults from devils have to be tolerated. While sitting at home, you have to make the firm promise, Baba, no matter what happens, I will definitely claim my inheritance from you. Some experience so much beating. According to the drama, those parts were also enacted in the previous cycle. Those who tolerate a lot of beating have great fortune. Therefore, your reward is created. Yes, it does require effort to change from devils to deities. For as long as you live, continue to drink the nectar of knowledge. Baba continues to explain new things. He continues to show you methods. This is called churning the ocean of knowledge. You should use the churning stick of the intellect. Remember Shiv Baba at night before going to sleep. If you are interested in doing service, you won't be able to sleep. You will continue to have thoughts about it. What should I explain about this point? You have to grind this knowledge internally very well. Only when you rub knowledge will you become worthy of claiming the tilak of sovereignty, sandalwood paste. You should follow the clever children. The income is huge. Those who now have hundreds of thousands and millions will be destroyed. See what will happen in just a short time. People will then awaken. Rehearsals for war will continue to take place. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence Vedana. 1. Don't be attracted to anything. Remain soul conscious. Always wear your armour of remembrance. 2. Conquer sleep and remember the Father in every breath. Churn knowledge and accumulate an income. Use the churning stick of the intellect. Blessing. May you experience all attainments as a satisfied soul by experiencing the company of the Almighty Authority. Where you experience the Almighty Authority Father, you automatically experience all attainments. When you have a seed, the tree is merged in it. In the same way, when you have the company of the Almighty Authority Father, you will be constantly prosperous, constantly satisfied, and constantly full. You will never be weak in anything. You will never complain about anything, and you will be constantly complete. You won't have any complaints such as, "What can I do? How can I do this?" The queue of why has finished. Those who constantly stay with the Father will go back with the Father. Slogan: just as light is merged in the eyes, in the same way, let remembrance of Father Shiva be merged in your intellect. Om Shanti.